Well, good morning all. Today looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. The sky is clear. I'm down in the canyon, so there's no sun yet, but it's coming. Okay, well, today's plan was I was going to hike upstream to the spot where I did my aerial research video. That one area where the river had washed the gravel bar basically away, and there was some bedrock there, and I wanted to go up and high bank that area. Well, the water's just too high. There's no way I can get in there. As a matter of fact, this is far upstream as I can go. Well, this spot we're at right now actually looks pretty good to me. It's got good bedrock. It's got really hard bedrock right here, and there's a contact zone, and this bedrock I'm standing on is not quite as hard, but it's not slate either. But it's got a lot of little cracks and crevices in it, which I really like the looks of. The gravel looks good. We're on the right side of the river. Right here, I got a nice little settling pond where I can run my tailings from the high banker so I don't muck out the mucky river in the middle of winter. So everything looks good here. So I thought, what the heck? We're in the mountains. It's going to be a beautiful day. Let's see if we can find some gold. The sun has finally come up over the hill, so hopefully it'll start warming up here pretty quick. We got our box set up. I've already leveled it out, ran some test gravel through it. Everything looks good. So we're going to start working right here in this area. As you can see, we're dumping into this little settling pond here. So we don't have to worry about mucking out the creek that, like I say, kind of mucky already because it's winter. Show you the setup here. Here we have our motor and pump. And it's pulling nice clean water out of this little pond here. You can see we got a little settling pond. We have our box set up right there, and this area right in here is where we want to work. Okay, I want to take a second here to explain why I like this spot. You can see right here we have a large boulder that's in the river. This road, we're on the inside of a very slow turn. But you can see where this boulder has diverted the water right through here and is eating this area out. And so it's exposed all this bedrock that was probably looked just like that gravel bar in front of the boulder before it got lodged there and started diverting the water in here. So the plan is to work as low as we can. We're going to have to move some of these boulders, but get to the bedrock and work this gravel all along this edge that's been exposed. Now, just a quick note, when you're working an area, I'm planning on working from right here all the way around over to here. So I got like 15 feet here I'm going to be working. So you've got to establish a plan on how you want to do this, because you do not want to be rolling boulders on the spots you plan on working. Same thing, you don't want to throw rocks or gravel into a spot you plan on working. It's hard enough to move this stuff once, you don't want to have to move it twice. So my plan is, I think this area stands my best chance. You can see here, well, I don't know if you can or not, but there's a tree here, and it's been there, I'm guessing 15, 20 years, but it's laid over, and it's just beat to death, and it's in that gravel bar. Well, this boulder has deflected that water. This gravel bar is gone where I'm sitting and exposed this bedrock. Now when this happened, I don't know. I don't know if this has been exposed for years or it's brand new. So we won't know until somebody's been in these cracks and crevices, until we actually start digging. But to me, this would be your first drop. This would be the best area. And as we go away from this wall, it's going to get less and less and less as far as gold accumulation. Anyway, that's what I think. Plus, I really like the looks of this gravel right here. Okay, let's start digging. Another quick note. All these quick notes, I'm never going to get around to digging. I have blackberry vines right where I want to dig. Always carry your pruning shears. This is where they pay off. Okay, now we're going to dig. All this top gravel, we'll just pull it into the pan and huck it out towards the river because we're not going out there. All we're removing here is just the larger rocks. I'm trying not to get any sand or smaller gravel because we're really not concerned about getting rid of it, even though the stuff on top most likely doesn't have gold in it. Well, since we're running a high banker, we're going to run everything. So we're only worried about getting rid of the larger rocks. Okay, now we've got this whole area cleaned down. This is bedrock. This is all bedrock here. This is bedrock. We've got a nice little crevice right here. And then this bedrock breaks up pretty easy. Now we got to make sure you clean that, any dirt that attached to that bedrock, you got to make sure you clean that off. So what we're going to do now is we're going to clean this lower area. We're going to scrape it all down and we're going to stockpile our gravel. And then we will run this once we get it cleaned. Take a look at, see if we're getting any gold, because we don't know yet if we want to attempt to go down or if we want to keep going up. So once we check this area, see if we're getting any gold, the size of the gold, and what these cracks and crevices look like, it'll give us an idea of which way we want to go. Okay, I'm going to start digging this out. I'm not seeing packed gravel, which means one of two things. Either somebody's been in here before us, or this bedrock is real soft. But I am seeing gravel all the way down, which is a good sign. Well, I decided to do a quick test pan just to see what it looked like. And I think we might be onto something. Let me show you here. Got quite a bit of black sand and a couple pieces of gold. Take a look. So you can see here we got quite a bit of black sand. And you can see right up here we got a nice line of gold. The gold we have is flood gold. There's nothing heavy here. But what I'm looking at more is the black sand. There's a lot of black sand. And we do have fine gold. So that tells me we don't want to go up anymore. We're going to concentrate on working down, because the closer you get to the bottom of the river, the heavier the gold's going to get. So we're definitely picking up the flood gold, and the little bit of gravel I moved that I just panned out, that doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to clean this up, go back to digging. Well, we just finished running all that material, so we're going to go ahead and clean the box out, see if we want to stay in this spot or try a different one. Now, we're not going to get too silly about cleaning this up. We're basically just wanting to make sure we're finding gold. Well, the bad news is I didn't see any gold. All right, I'm going to pan this out real quick. We got that all cleaned out, and we got quite a little bit of gold here. Got a bunch of lead, real small pieces of lead. The only problem is everything is small. So I think I'm going to move down a little bit and see if we can get in some little heavier gold. Let me show you what I got here. We have quite a little bit of gold and lead, and there's a bunch of pieces down on the bottom down here also. That took quite a while to pan out. There was a lot of black sand in that, which tells me that we're still in the flood gold area. We've got to get down lower, down into where we got a little heavier pieces. Now, we don't have a whole lot of room because the river's so high, but we can move down a little bit, and we're going to. So let's get to work. We just finished our second run, and looking better. Pieces are definitely getting larger. We moved down, and so let me show you this real quick. Okay, you can see in here we got some larger pieces. After that one I can pick up. I'm going to pick these pieces up with the snuffer bottle. Then I think I'm going to break for lunch because I'm starving. And then I got a couple of big boulders I'm going to try to move, see if I can get a little bit lower. And that's going to put me right down basically on the water line. So hopefully we can pick up a little larger gold. Okay, I'll see you guys after lunch. Well, we just finished our third run. I'll show you the hole I dug. We did find some gold. It's probably our best pan yet, but then it's the most gravel we've moved yet. Okay, let me show you that. Okay, you can see through here. We got some nice pieces there. Now we got a nice little pan of gold here. I don't know if you noticed or not, but the real fine stuff is gone. we're down as low as we can go. My hole is actually getting water in it now. So I'm still wanting bigger gold. I can't help it, I'm greedy. What I want to do now is a little bit of experimentation. I only got maybe an hour, hour and a half left. So what I'm going to do is I want to get off of this soft bedrock. So I'm going to go down to the far end of this gravel bar where this big boulder has washed everything somewhat clean and just left the smaller boulders like the one I'm sitting on. And see if I can get down in between those, and anything that looks like a catch to me, I'm going to dig that gravel out real quick, bring it over here, stockpile it, and then we're going to run all that through and see if we can do a little better in that hard bedrock where it has a little more time to accumulate the gold. Okay, let's get at it. Running the last of that material, and I carried over 5 heaping gold pans full of gravel, so hopefully we're going to get something out of that. I'm going to clean that up right now because I got maybe another half hour, then the sun's going to be behind the hill and it's going to get cold fast. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up while I don't mind getting wet. Well, I got that all panned out, and I don't know if this is our best pan of the day. It's about the same as we've been doing, but we do have one piece in here that's a little heavier than what we've been finding. And let me show you. Okay, you can see we got some pieces here. There's a couple here that are pretty chunky. And a little more fine gold than we've been finding. Well, I think it's a day for me. We got just a little bit longer and then the sun's going to be off me, and it's actually starting to cool off right now. I got a lot of stuff to pack up. Now, we didn't do as well as I'd hoped to. But then again, we never made it to the spot I was trying to get to. So I'm thinking we did pretty good for just dropping into this spot out of the blue. You know, I don't know anything about this area down here. Normally I'm on the hillside hiking by it. So all in all, I'm saying we did pretty good. We'll find out when we get home and weigh it all. But right now, I got a lot of stuff to pack up. The good news is, I only made it like 3/4 of the way in, so I only got 3/4 of the way to pack out. All right, I'll see you guys back at the house. Well, we're back at the house, and I don't even know why I bother saying this because you already know it's the next day. Okay, well, I got the gold all cleaned up, so what do you say we jump over there and weigh it? Okay, well, the first thing I want to do is let's weigh our chunky piece here. That's our heavy hunk we found. 0.85 grams. That's not too bad, okay? Okay, looks like we got 2.25 grams. Well, I'm okay with that. I mean, come on, it's the middle of winter. Actually, that's a little more than I expected we got. Now, that area You know, I've been hiking by that area for years. I don't like the lay of the river that much. That's why I don't go down there. The river is fairly straight there, and your best gold's going to be out in the middle. But it does have a slow curve to it, so we were on the right side. But I may have to rethink that. Is if the water goes down, which I doubt it's going to for the next couple of months, because it started raining out there right now, and they're talking a solid 3 days of rain. So, but when the water does go down, we may revisit that and kind of continue our hole on down, because we weren't finding as much gold in pieces, but we're finding more gold in weight. As your pieces get chunkier, it's amazing how many fine pieces it takes to equal the weight of one heavy piece of gold. That's why I like that chunkier stuff. And we were getting heavier as we went down, and the only thing that stopped us was the water level. Okay, well, if you enjoyed the video and you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are a subscriber, I thank you, and stick around, because we have a lot more coming. Now the snow level is down pretty low. It's right around 1,000, 1,500 feet, which shuts us out of a lot of country. But I do have a couple of spots that I did some treasure hunting on, oh man, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And I'd like to go back and check them a little better, because I just kind of went through there real quick. And they do have potential. Now, like I say, it's been 20, 25 years. As far as I know, there may be houses, streets, and stoplights there now. I don't know. It is private property, and I had permission 25 years ago to go in there, so I got to recheck that too. But either way, we're going to get something done. And one of the things I got to get done is I got to get ready for work. So I will see you later.